retrieve and return to a bodily awareness, to reconnect with the fruits of one's wisdom, most willing and able to our highest end. Let us remember to come back to our birthright, to our internal birthright, to our internal abundance and gift. Let us daily create space for that within to reappear, for us to retrieve what within awaits our attention and service. Let us consistently in each day give our minds a moment's pause, a moment's reprieve from the efforts to solve, to fix, and to instead sink into our birthright of knowing, of inner knowing, of being, and allowing the effortlessness nature of that being to abundance to make itself known, to unfold knots, whether known or unknown, to create pathways into new directions, to reimagine our creative body, to our creative capacity, not through struggle or through labor or through effort, but through softening into our creative essence, our creative nature, and allowing this effortless grace to reappear, to restore what is within, without. To understand we don't need to run around and chase, to control, to fix, in order to reach or to experience first, and then to manifest our birthright abundance. To realize the abundance and effortlessness are one. To start to reimagine and re-understand the true meaning of abundance and our birthright of abundance. To take off our societal hat for a moment each day and to step away from scarcity and economy and P&L and time and definitions and problems, and to give us in moments each day a moment's reprieve, a moment's delight, to just sink into ourselves, to bathe in ourselves, to digest the enormity of our effortlessness, of our abundance, of our creativity, of our creative nature. And sure, we can return to the societal needs and values and definitions, but it's also important to have cultivate and to bathe in our own abundance, to reclaim it, to retrieve it, to reconnect with it. This is our birthright, which calls to us if we but listen, if we but take a moment's rest or reprieve, to delight in our own essence, in our own joy, in our own abundance. This is the gift that waits within. This is what each day calls to us, but is ignored if we focus only on what society would tell us or instruct us. And there is a place for both. There is harmony in both, but it is important to restore balance by not solely living for definitions or constructs or pressures from society, and to balance that with your own natural state and rhythm and abundance and creative essence, which will come through in your life if you come back into the simplicity and effortlessness of your grace and of your birthright within. To re-embody your abundance, your birthright, to retrieve, to reconnect, and to understand that all these things are separate from societal values of struggle, of labor, of effort, and to understand the simplicity of your enormity and the paradox that creates in societal values, wherewith we have to create and re-emerge or re-submerge ourselves into this paradox. Because in societal values, greatness comes with complexity, with grandness. But actually within, in our natural innateness, our birthright, tremendous enormity comes from a remarkable simplicity. It's effortless, it's grace, it's abundance, it's innate. Like a seed needs little to grow. We have to see ourselves as a seed that is both willing to grow, but also is it knows how to grow. Needs are simple. And so in each day, if we can take a moment to submerge ourselves in this inner simplicity, and thus over time express a divine enormity, this is where we find ourselves amidst a society which would otherwise fill these moments of reprise of ourselves with labels or pressures or expectations, and to understand that you can harmonize between both. There is work, there is definitions, there is striving towards goals, but then there is also ourselves, our seed, our simplicity, our innate enormity, which requires effortlessness. To have moments where you concentrate on your being, where you be with yourself, and you allow your seed to grow. And though you won't know it, you'll gently feel this over time and then see it. And for that, society will benefit off your seed. And thus, the harmonization comes into play, the unity comes into play. It doesn't have to be one or the other, one's good and one's bad. It can be interplay, relationship, harmony, communion. But in each day, we don't give ourselves to ourselves. We sacrifice our seed. We sacrifice our simplicity, which possesses and embodies our abundance, our enormity. So I would invite you to play with your being, to play with your simplicity, and to play with the definitions that would otherwise view simplicity through a narrow lens, and to observe judgments upon your simplicity, and to play with it, and to play with what potential can emerge from daily acts of simplicity, to see over an extended period of time what emerges within and then without as a byproduct of this watering of oneself, of nourishing oneself, of being oneself, of taking off daily in moments that societal hats of expectations and definitions and complications, and to have daily moments over a prolonged period of the enormity of simplicity, and to begin to enter into that paradox, that societal paradox, which is restricted through definitions, though it is not bad or good, but there are constraints. And those constraints are good. They allow us to communicate and to create business and to exchange. But in our enormity, we cannot thrive in the realm of definitions and labels and pressures. And so we must take off that hat in these moments and understand we are in a new creative field of opportunity through the practice of simplicity. So, good luck, have fun and play. Bye.